we're doing here is we rake out all the pointing back to about 50 millimeters to remove all the cementitious pointing that was there before, and replace it with a heritage lime mix. It's a 2-to-1 mix, and it allows the stones to move, and if anything does move, the mortar will fail and not the stone. The stone's quite soft, so a lot of the details have all been washed away, or they've all been knocked off as well by previous repairs through here, little bits and pieces. So the stone itself is quite soft and very hard for us to work around. To our right hand side, you can see what the old roof was like, where it's got the old terracotta ridge capping, the lead flashing, and the slates themselves are a lot thinner than what we use today, so there are quite a few failed slates. What we've also installed here is a new copper guttering and ridge through the middles. Large portions of the mortar in between the wheel spokes, they've been repaired before. Now this gap here, where my hand is, that's actually meant to be touching. What's happened is the walls themselves have moved to the west and to the east. So the wheel window is now not round, it's an oval shaped. So what we want to do, and we're proposing, is putting a pin through the center hub here, and it'll go at least 100 millimeters into the spoke, is where the cylinders are failing. This is what we call a cylinder detail or a molding. And these ones had already fallen off. They weigh about 5 kilos each, so at some stage they have fallen off the building. So number one is safety. If there are people down below and that fell on you, that'd be a big problem. This is where the southeast buttress has had a lot of previous repairs. You can see an existing pin was in here. It has failed and has fallen out. Now from this point you can see the joints are opening up, and this here is your cementitious mortar. So if any movement in the stones, it's going to push everything out. You can see as we travel down, there's cracking in individual stones, down further. So the damage itself is working its way down the buttress. So this is an example of where the southwest buttress is moving to the west. So you've got loose existing mortar and also a large chunk of stone that's actually fallen out over time. This is the side of the store. This is a fully completed, depointed, repointed, cleaned wall, and it shows how nice and neat and crisp the colours are. The pointing has been struck as per the original mason's strike, so the joints are filled back up and then re-struck. Now, since the pin has been installed, it's cracked again to the left. So what we've done is we've put some new stones down below, the bottom 3 Springer stones, and also put a lead capping on the top. Our lead worker has had to try to make that curved wall straight again. We actually matched the existing guttering. We've had it hand made and rolled to match the existing.